La Lengua Loca, an epic story of connections, is a workshop that looks at the tongue as if it were the center of the universe. And in a lot of ways, it is. It's the center of our personal universe for many reasons, because it's connected to many things we do, because it's deeply connected to our past and our development, and because as an organ, it is literally and thoroughly connected to our anatomy and physiology. And as singers, actors, speakers, voice clinicians, and teachers, the tongue is often one of those places that is always, for some reason, an issue. Either it's overworking or underworking, it's getting in the way, it's doing something it doesn't need to do. And there are ways that you can work with this more directly, and there are ways that you can work with it indirectly. So in this workshop, we will be looking at both direct and indirect ways of connecting with and working with the tongue, but we'll start mostly with the indirect. And I say indirect because it will seem that we'll be starting with places that are not very logical in terms of what we need to do and know as singers and speakers. Because these connections, the deep ones, the ones that really affect us that we don't even know are affecting us, are way in the background of our attention. So if you think of the tongue in terms of foreground and background, you'll start to see how the background is really influencing you more than what you are noticing or thinking about in the foreground. So that's why we'll start there. And it is a very big field to play in, the background. And as we look at the background in connection to the tongue and then get more and more and more close to the foreground, where we're looking literally at the tongue and looking at it in more practical and direct ways, you'll see that understanding what's happening in the background will give you a whole new way to deal with, think about, work with, and understand your tongue and your students' tongues, or those who you are working with. So, we have a lot of special things in store for you. There are some secret processes in this particular workshop that really make it more of an epic journey. And having done it a few times before, I can tell you that it is quite a cool experience, and you will never think of your tongue in the same way again.